afternoon, students. Today we will study a new chapter called Chemical Effects of Electric Current. Our elders might have cautioned you against touching an electrical appliance with wet hands. But do you know why is it dangerous to touch an electrical appliance? We have learned earlier that the materials which allow electric current to pass through them are good conductors of electricity. On the other hand, materials which do not allow electric current to pass through them are poor conductors of electricity. In class, we made a test to test whether the particular material allows electric current to pass through or not. We found that metals such as copper, aluminum conduct electricity, whereas metals such as rubber, plastic, wood do not conduct electricity. However, so far we have used our tester to test materials which were in solid state. But what about liquids? Do liquids conduct electricity? To test whether a liquid allows electric current to pass through it or not, we can use the same tester. However, replace the cell by a battery also before using tester. We should also check whether it's working or not. Now that our tester is working, let's use it. Test various liquids. When the liquid between the two ends of a tester allows the electric current to pass, the circuit of the tester becomes complete. The current flows in the circuit and our bulb glows. The liquid does not allow electric current to pass. The circuit of the tester is not complete. The bulb does not glow. In some situation, even though the liquid is conducting, the bulb may not glow. It may have happened in activity 14.2. What can be the reason? Remember why the bulb glows when the electric current passes through it? Due to the heating effect. Heating effect. The filament of the bulbs get heated to high temperature. If the current through the circuit is too weak, the filament does not get heated up and it does not glow. For why is the current in the circuit weak? Well, though a material may conduct electricity, it may not conduct as it is as a material. It may be complete and yet the current can be make we can use another effect of electric current to make another kind of tester. Do you recall that electric current? This magnetic effect. What happens to a compass needle kept near? When the current flows in a wire, the current is small. The deflection of the medical field. Magnetic needle can be seen. Can we make a tester? The magnetic effect of electric current. Actually, under certain conditions, most materials can conduct. That is why it is preferable to classify materials as good conductors and poor conductors instead of classifying them as conductors and insulators. We have tested the conduction of electricity through tap water. Let us now test the conduction of electricity through distilled water. When the salt is dissolved in distilled water, we obtain salt solution. This is a conductor of electricity. The water that we get from sources such as taps, hand pumps and wells points are not pure. It may contain several salts dissolved in it. Small amounts of mineral salts are naturally present. This water is a good conductor of electricity. On the other hand, distilled water is free of salts and a poor conductor. We have found that common salt when dissolved in distilled water makes it a good conductor. What are the other substances which when dissolved in distilled water makes it conducting? Most liquids that conduct electricity are solutions of acid, base, and salt. When electric current flows through a conducting solution, does it produce an effect on the solution? Class 7th, we have learned some effects of electric current. Can you list these effects? What effect does the current produce when it flows through a conducting solution? The passage of electric current through a conducting solution causes chemical reaction. As a result, bubbles of a gas may be formed on the electrodes. Deposits of metals may be seen on the electrodes. Changes of color of solutions may occur. The reaction would depend upon what solution electrodes are used. These are some of the chemical effects. You know that a brand new tricycle has shiny handlebar and wheel rims. However, if these are accidentally scratched, shiny coating comes off, revealing not a so shiny surface. You might have also have seen women using ornaments which appears to be made up of gold. However, with repeated use, in both these cases, a metal has a coating of another metal. You wonder how a layer of one metal can be deposited on the top of another. Well, let's try by doing it ourselves. When electric current is passed through copper sulfate solution, when electric current is passed through the copper sulfate solution, copper sulfate dissociates into copper and sulfate. The free copper gets drawn into electron connected to the negative terminal of the battery and gets deposited. But what about the loss of copper from the solution? From the other electrode, a copper plate, an equal amount of copper gets dissolved in the solution. Thus, the loss of copper from the solution is restored and the process continues. This means the copper gets transferred from one electrode. The process of depositing a layer of any desired metal on another metal by means of electricity is called electroplating. One of the most common applications of chemical effects, electroplating is a very useful process. It is widely used in industry for coating metal objects with a thin layer of different metal. The layer of metal deposited has some desired property which the metal of object lacks. For example, chromium plating is done on many objects such as car parts, bath taps, kitchen gas burners, bicycle handles, wheel rims and many others. Chromium has a shiny appearance, it does not corrode, it resists the scratches. Chromium is expensive, it may not be economical to make a whole object chromium, so object is made from a cheaper metal. Only a coating of chromium over it is deposited. Jewelry makes the electroplated silver and gold less expensive metals. These ornaments have the appearance of gold and are less expensive. Tin cans are used for storing food, are made by electroplating tin into iron. Tin is less reactive than iron, thus food does not come in contact with the iron and is protected from getting spoiled. Iron is used in bridges and automobiles to provide strength. However, iron tends to corrode and rust. What is chemical effect of electric current, student? This chemical effect of electric current means when we pass current through some solutions, it breaks into ions. When we pass current through some solution, it breaks into ions. This is called electric chemical effect of electric current. In class 7 we have learned some effects of electric. Can you list out these effects? What effect does the current produce when it flows through a conducting solution? The passage of an electric current through a conducting solution causes chemical reactions. As a result, bubbles of a gas may be formed on the electrode, deposits of metal may be seen on electrode, changes of color of solutions may occur. The reaction would depend upon what solution electrodes are. These are some of the chemical effects of electric current. You know that a brand new bicycle has a shiny handlebar and wheel rims, but if these are accidentally scratched, the shiny coating comes off, revealing a not so shiny surface beneath. You might have also seen women using gold. However, with repeated use, the gold coating wears off. The metal has coating of another metal. Do you wonder how a layer of one metal is deposited on another metal? When the electric current passes through the copper sulfate solution, copper sulfate dissociates into copper and sulfate. The free copper gets drawn into the electrode connected to the negative terminal of the battery and gets from the other electrode a copper element. Copper from the solution is restored and the process continues. This means the copper gets transferred from one electrode to another electrode. The process of depositing a layer of any matter results in one means is called electroplating. Thank you, students.